Hello and welcome to tonight's ASMR video. Tonight we'll be assembling some models for Warhammer Age of Sigmar and the Warcry subdivision of Warhammer Age of Sigmar. This is the warband of the Spire Tyrants, who are cultists in service to Archaon, battling for his attention at the barren Spire. So the instructions tell you what should be included in the box set, both the sprues and the bases, of which there are 1, 2, 3 different sizes. Then we have the instruction manual proper. The first model we're going to be building is the Bestigor Destroyer. Now its first part is number 33. So here I have the sprue for the 30s, and number 33 is just here, I think. Maybe not. I think perhaps they've got numbers 33 and 34 mixed up on the instruction manual. This is 34 on the sprue, 33 on the sprue, but in the instruction manual they've got those numbers reversed. Doesn't really matter. Let's pop one off the sprue. Now it's likely that my feeble camera will be phasing in and out of focus, especially as models get close to the camera. I hope you can enjoy the lo-fi quality of this video, since I won't be able to adjust the focus. These Warcry models are very delicate, although the Spire Tyrants are one of the most chunky of the warbands. And the Bestigor Destroyer is probably the chunkiest. It's always important, after clipping a model off a sprue, to clean any mold lines that may be visible. Which is why I'm filing them down. Also, it's important to clean off any residue that remains of the sprue connectors, which can tend to be quite unsightly. sure exactly how many models I'll be able to make in this video. I've got a time limit of just under 20 minutes before the memory space runs out on my phone. Maybe we'll be able to assemble 2 in that time. Okay, that's a good dry fit. Time to apply some plastic glue. It's important to glue in a well-ventilated area, because the plastic glue fumes can be quite dangerous. Okay, while that dries, we'll assemble his mace. That's items 35 and 36 on the sprue. Here's 36. Numbered correctly this time. And 35. Should be just a straightforward piece of assembly here. Once we've cleaned the parts. I think it's always nice when a warband for Warcry or Warhammer Underworlds has a little featured Beastman in it. This is the first Bestigo that's been made in plastic, I think. Maybe a full Bestigo release at some point in the future for the Beasts of Chaos army. I didn't test this as a dry fit. I'm fumbling to see which way the mace assembles. Oh, that seems to be right. No. There we go. Got there eventually. While that's drying, we'll glue the horns onto the head. That's parts 36 and 37. No, it's not, because this is part 36. Again, they've made a mistake. This is part 38 and that's part 37. The Vestigo has got a little goatee beard, which is quite appropriate, since Beastmen are half men and half goats. I think for the next model, should have time to create the Frenzied Rager, but not the Pit Champion. If I put this on the right way round, I think the horns have to be pointing upwards like that. There we go. Now I can glue the weapon to the body. Put a little glue here, help it fix. I'm struggling here. There we go. Yeah, that's done, I think. Well, that's gluing, we'll glue it to the base. This is a 32mm base, which is one of the larger bases for Warcry cultists. Okay, that should do. And while the glue's curing there, we'll move on to the Frenzied Rager, who is otherwise known as a Chaos Dwarden or a Chaos Dwarf. 31. And part 30. That's part 30 there. Finally, part 32. Apologies if this video cuts out before I have a chance to say goodbye. I think it's best I carry on recording rather than end it prematurely. I'll continue the assembly of these models in a second, and possibly subsequent video. a spike. I don't want to cut that off. But this shoulder and arm, it's got a molded line on it. It's better. Okay, let's assemble the Frenzied Rager. Could be quite an easy build, this one. Can't remember if I cleaned this. No, I haven't. Frenzied Rager complete, just needs to go in his base. Now the head needs to go on the Besticle. And that's that. There we have a completed Besticle. Destroyer. And a completed Frenzied Rager, still gluing onto his base. Put a little glue on the other foot, I think. And his arm's fallen off. Okay, we're done. Hope you join me in part 2.